Hello and welcome! I hope you're having a great day today. Thank you for being here. We are going to be going over the Unchained dragons and season changes. Let me introduce our good friend Tami. Hello, Tami! Thank you for being here and doing this with me today.
I hope you can hear me. Hi, guys.
Awesome, awesome.
We have a super delay.
Yes, but at least you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
This time.
All right. We are just going to jump into it. Tami made a ton of graphics for us today, so we're going to go over all of that as well as the season on the forums. Hi, friends. Hello. By the way, I do have notifications turned off, so anybody coming into the stream, you're not getting that nice pop-up and that sound. I am going to be putting this on YouTube after the fact, so no channel points today and no alerts. So thanks for your patience, and I'll let all my mods and VIPs use their sounds at a later stream. Thanks for your understanding. Okay, and we're not going to have music going, so we can clearly hear Tami and what's going on. I can turn music on, but turn it like way down. Way down. Let's do that. Just so there's some background noise. Okay, I'm going to turn it to like... hey, Pepperoni! Can you tell me if music is too loud to hear over myself or Tami? Should I turn it down a little bit more? What do you think? I want it to be like super clear. Too loud? How about there? How about there? We good? Sounds good to you? Okay. Is it too low now? Just so we have some background noise. Awesome, awesome. All right, you guys. Without further ado, we have the Unchained and Onslaught Unleashed. Thank you, thank you. Hi, friends. Hi, everybody. I didn't say Galen, Zara, Pep, Gangs, Blackfire, Paper, Saphira, Ray, Oogie Boogie, Dolly. We've got some first-time people up in the chat. Artemis, hello. Lady Fury, Chopsy, Sin, Beagles, Gunny, Daedalus. I don't know how to say your name. I need a lesson. Nixona!
I would pronounce it Daedalus too.
Okay, okay. Hi, friends. Don't stop
Where's
the music!
Potato?
Where's the potato? Hi, all
Give
you
me
guys.
a minute!
Okay, okay. She needs a minute. I am going to...
The shark potato.
Cute! Yeah, welcome, first-timers. Hello, hello. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to try to impersonate my best Floney possible. Okay, here we go. Here we go. In the time of frozen chaos, the elements spiraled out of control before falling into a new order under the ruleship of the new mantle bearers. But in time in which Atlas looks ahead to a new era, it seems that some have forgotten to look back. The ancient prison off the shores of the Firefields has been nothing more than unsightly sea-stranded rock for centuries now. There are no wanderers, no guards, and certainly no visitors. But there are still inmates. There have always been inmates. Abandoned to their eternal sentence, the dragons of the ancient prison have had nothing but cold iron and memories of a long-gone world to keep them company. Yet they still feel the turning of the seasons and the thrumming promise of something having changed around them. Many times has hope sparked in the hearts of these dragons and then petered into a feeble cycle. But this time it will take hold. This time they will get to see the new world. The chains that have held strong for centuries are about to become unbound, and with it a flock of dragons arrive to seize a new life for themselves. Is there room for them in a world that was content to forget their existence? Or will they continue to be punished for scarcely remembered crimes? These questions will only be answered when the dragons of the prison are unchained at last. I give you War Dragons Unchained.
I love this.
All right, that was my best floaty impersonation. Best reader in the community. Okay, guys, so we are gonna let Tami take the baton now, and she's gonna go over the season updates and key highlights.
Okay. In the Unchained season, we have some updates. The Unchained season introduced a new season structure that will allow players to choose their preferred dragon and ascend any of these 3 dragons from legendary to mythic. Here's the TLDR, so you know what you're about to get into this season. Key highlights. 3 dragons that start out as legendary can be ascended to mythic tier. Players can choose which ascended dragon branch. I'm not sure about the name. Laika, you have to jump in.
Alright. Avernic, Kragent, or Barbend.
We hope we pronounce this right. They want to be 50% off. The 50% off will be in the form of sigil rebadge found in the dragon lines. Players can also choose a half-cost dragon branch Telos.
Yes.
That is light on resources, keys, and Ascension tokens, but provides players with evolution stones required to obtain a maxed legendary.
Awesome. Awesome. So.
I'm super nervous.
That's okay. You're doing great. You're doing great. All right, we're going to go over dragon, branches, and prizes. Okay. The first big update for this season is that Wave 1 will consist of 3 Ascending Dragons and 1 traditional Legendary Dragon. The 3 Ascending Dragons start out as Legendary and can be ascended to Mythic. The cost to ascend a dragon to Mythic will be the same as acquiring a Mythic before, meaning acquiring 20 season keys to unlock the dragon's Mythic branch. However, you will now claim a node with an Ascension Stone, then use that on the dragon while it's in your roster screen to ascend to Mythic and unlock more power, unique spells, and upgraded artwork. We really want to help you strengthen your dragon army this season, especially after these dragons have finally broken free. In addition, since we know that everyone has a preferred dragon class, we are now allowing you to choose any one of 3 Ascending Dragon branches as your own 50% off discount branch. This is done by using rebate nodes in the branch that give you back half of the sigils that you spent. There will be a rebate node after every Illusion Stone node. Once you claim one of the discounts in the branch, you will not only be able to claim it you will not be able to claim it in the other 2 branches. In this way, you can effectively choose which branch is discounted. Start the Unchained season right by earning the dragon you want right away. So Tami is gonna go over this. I wanted to just go right into like how it's gonna work, but I gotta let Tami do it. Okay, let's go, Tami.
Okay.
I do have your picture up, if that is helpful.
I have a little delay, so I wait a little bit.
No problem. I'm gonna shrink it a little so we can see it above our heads. There we go.
This is the season structure.
Side note, we have a hype train going. Thank you guys so much for all those gifted subs. Thank you.
We need the here's how it works slides first, right? So I see the season structure right now.
I got you.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, everybody in the chat's gonna be getting some free emotes.
Oh. Here we go. Give me a minute. 2. Okay. Like I already said, each branch will cost you 39k sigils, like last season.
Yes, it's the same as last season.
Yes, this is an important fact because I read a lot in the forum, oh, they increase the prices again. No, they don't.
Yeah, the prices are not increasing.
Yes. So you can choose your discount line in the first 2 weeks. If you want to have a mythic, you should choose which of the dragon you want, because you have to climb the full branch, legendary branch, for getting them mythic. I have to redo this, I think.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Choose your discount line. There are 3 ascending dragons. There will be nodes that are full price, but every time you climb an evolution stone, you get back 50% of the sigils spent to acquired that stone back. So, like, you want to have the redstone first, you have to buy all things in this line for the full price, but if you claim thank you, the redstone, you get sigils back. Further information. If you plan to get a mythic, you should choose which ascending dragon you will like best. So, like, you want a sorcerer as a mythic, you should choose him. And once you claimed a discount node in one branch, it cannot be claimed in another branch. So if you start with a sorcerer in the beginning and you don't like it, you can still choose another branch, but if you claimed the evolution stones till blue or green, you have to buy it in your second branch for full cost. After you claimed the green stone, the next stone, like the golden stone, would be half cost. So you get your sigil for green to gold back. The discount is for the first 2 weeks, so not like you start later the season your ascending dragon, you won't get a discount on this line, just in the 2 first weeks. Yes. And like the last seasons, you have to claim 20k per dragon to evolve. And in this branch, in the Mythic Ascending branch, you will get an Ascension Stone. Like I said, you have to have the dragon in your roster to evolve it. And you, like the example in the beginning, if you claim 2 dragons, but like the sorcerer until green, but you want to involve him, and involve him on green, he will stay mythic at green. So you won't be able to evolve him and level him up until Monarch tier. Yes. Exactly. And like last seasons, you will also get skins, runes, glyphs at the normal. So yes, this is how it works.
Dally's asking, so you have to claim your mythic at half off in the first 2 weeks, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So yes. The discount only works the first 2 weeks, just like previous seasons where we've had a discount for 2 weeks. So if you want a dragon discounted, whether you change your mind or not halfway through, the discount is only going to work for 2 weeks. So let's say you start with Avernic, the sorcerer, and you get it to gold tier and you decide you don't like Avernic, right? And you want to switch to Barbend. Well, then all the way up to gold tier, you will not get a discount as long as this is in the first 2 weeks, right? But then after that, gold through Monarch, you would get discounted with that dragon. So you're only going to get a discount equivalent to a full dragon line, but if you end up jumping around, you're still going to get your discount. Does that make sense?
I think.
Perfect emote. Perfect emote. I got a stressed out bunny. You do need to claim the second dragon line. Otherwise, you have no dragon to evolve. Yes. Thank you, Paper, for answering questions in chat while all this is going on. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So again, it's going to cost 20 keys. We are still going to have Ascension tokens like in previous seasons. Now there's just an Ascension Stone to mythic your one dragon that you're going to choose for dragon. There is going to be enough in the season to be able to do 2 mythics, just like in previous seasons. So then you would need a second Ascension Stone, etc., etc. All right, so I'm going to pull up the structure. Do you want to go over the structure? Oh, here.
Yes. So the major branches will contain 6 season keys each, whereas the mission branch will contain 1 season key, and the Telos branch will contain 2 season keys. The Cosme Ore branch will contain, as last season, 2 season keys, and the Festive also 3 season keys like this season. 20 total keys are required to unlock your chosen Mythic Dragon. The Mythic Dragon branches can evolve up to our upcoming tier, which is not wrong in the form. You can evolve your dragon until Mythic Monarch tier. Legendary power levels as soon as this tier is available. We cancel this. This season, the Ascended Dragon branches, super names, will require 39 sigils to complete each line. The base branch will require, like this season, 39 total sigils. In the discount week, you need 19.5 key sigils. The Cosmic Ori branch will require 15 keys total sigils to contain 2 season keys. The Resurrection branch will require also 39 sigils to complete and contain 6 season keys. The Champion Riders also, and the Telos Legendary Dragon branch will require 19.5 sigils and contains 2 season keys.
All right, so this is what the season structure looks like, and we are going to go over that with you now. Okay, so in Wave 1, we are going to have a Women's History Month free portrait giveaway. This is all going live tomorrow. We will have the Avernic branch, the Kragent branch, the Barbend branch, the Telos branch. So Avernic, Kragent, and Barbend are all legendary dragons that can ascend. And then Telos is going to be a legendary dragon that cannot ascend, and it will be a discounted line with less resources in it, but it's only going to cost you 19.5 thousand sigils, and it will have all the evolution stones of a normal branch. Then we're going to have the base boost branch, which will be 50% off during the first 2 weeks as usual. The mission boost branch, the Frozen Chaos Redemption branch, Frozen Chaos Legendary leaderboard branch, and the Cosmic Ori branch. All will be going live tomorrow. We will be going over all of the dragons after the season structure, so stay tuned for details on all the dragons. All right, Tami's going to take it from here and go over wave 1.5.
Yes, wave 1.5 will consist the Spellwriter branch, which going on in live in week 3. Tower levels 138 to 115 will also be live on week 3.
138 to 140. Sorry to cut you off.
All good. The Electrum Tower branch, which will be contains 20% boost values, going live on week 4. And we will start new Atlas season in week 3.
New Atlas season, week 3 is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, and we'll just jump right into wave 2. Wave 2, which is weeks 5 and 6, we will have our Resurrection branch and also a trading post. We don't have details on our Resurrection Dragon as of yet. You will have to stay tuned for more streams in the future, most likely with our new amazing community manager, Carlos. So stay tuned for more details about that. And then 2.5, that's you, Tami.
In 2.5, we will have the Oculus Tower branch, which will going on live on week 7. And the Champion Rider branch, which will going live on week 8. I have to look it up. Yes. The Monarch tier Mythics, which is the maximum you can evolve your Ascended Dragon, which will going on live in week 9. And we also have a limited time branch in this week, which will contain dragon skins like this season.
Awesome, awesome. And then our final wave, wave 3, will be taking place week 10. So it has been adjusted by a week, you guys. Please take note of that. So week 10, we will have our festive branch. And then week 13, we will have our limited time branch with Rune or Glyph branch. So week 10 and week 13, which again has been pushed out a little bit.
Yeah.
Awesome. PG should be able to answer that here. What was the limitation for the mythic option? You didn't follow me well. What do you mean the limitation for the mythic option? Really appreciate the transparency of putting it all out there at the beginning. Thanks, Sin. Claiming you need the dragon and 20 keys, basically. So yes, you have to get the dragon of your choice to make a mythic. So you have to do the full branch of whatever dragon that you want. Whether that be the one you discount or one that you claim later, you have to do the full line. If you only claim it to gold tier as example, you can mythic it, but it's not going to go past gold. So you have to get all the Evo stones of the dragon that you want to mythic. We are way ahead of schedule, so I think I'm just going to jump into the dragons, and then we're going to have PGYohn joining us in about half an hour. So we'll just come back and have him talk about season structure then, because I think we should just keep going. Sound good, Tami?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we are going to jump into the dragons. Okay. So we have Telos. Really quick, let me scroll back up. So Telos is going to be a permanently discounted dragon. You can get all of the evolution stones through Monarch for 19.5 thousand sigils. However, it is going to have fewer resources than normal. I would imagine half the resources since it's half the cost. It's going to contain 2 season keys and 1 ascension token. PG's tip is this is a great dragon for new players who are newer to war dragons. If you think you want to aim for a mythic, we do not suggest you get this dragon first. I would agree that you should be doing the discounts. If you want to maximize your sigil value, you want to get both discounts done. That is the way to go. And then save Telos for later. Okay. I am so hyped about this dragon, you guys. I cannot wait to show you the portrait. Okay. Telos, tremor beneath the sea. Even shackled in the deepest trenches, Telos shakes the earth with its thrashing. Okay, we're gonna jump into Tami's awesome picture. All right, this is a Earth Invoker. Invoke, which is Abyss, and this is a passive. Deals 2,500% of Dragon's attack power as damage to all towers in a small target area. We have Current, which is a blue spell. Dragon cloaks and slows down to 25% of its flying speed. Duration, 2.5 seconds. Cooldown, 1 second. This does cost 1 rage. 1 rage. Island Maker Parent. So the first cast is Island Maker, active white, which is 1 rage. They're both going to be 1 rage. Okay.
Yes.
Freezes.
The little orange bar said the rage.
Do what?
I made an orange bar.
Oh.
On the left side on my picture for the rage.
Oh, so it would have multiple if there was 2? Wow, I'm learning.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Awesome. That makes sense. Good work. Okay. Active white, 1 rage. Island Maker, cast 1. Freezes nearby towers for 4 seconds and makes towers take 100% more damage from all sources. After 1 use, enables a cast of Unchained version. All right, so your second cast, Island Maker Unchained. White, 1 rage. Afflicts all nearby towers with a damage over time effect for 6% of the dragon's HP dealt each second for 6 seconds and makes tower take 100% more damage from all sources. Cooldown, 3 seconds on both of those guys. Tsunami, red, 1 rage. Grants 2 rage on casting. The dragon deals 15% of its maximum HP in damage to nearby towers and restores 15% of its maximum HP. Grants 0.5 seconds of invincibility. So half a second. Cooldown, 5 seconds. All right, the runes and glyph that come with Telos. Epic Rune of Tsunami. Increase tsunami damage. Level 1, 5%. Level 2, 6.7%. Level 3, 8.3%. And level 4, 10%. And then we're going to have a legendary and a mythic. Legendary rune, mythic glyph that are going to focus on increasing tsunami damage and increasing invoker attack. The legendary rune is going to increase tsunami damage up to 20% at level 5, and then increase invoker attack up to 4%. And then for the mythic glyph, the tsunami damage will be increased up to 30%, as well as the invoker attack increased up to 8%. All right. Moving on. So that is Telos in a nutshell. Okay. We're going to talk about the design, intent, and strategy. Much like how unexpected earthquake can cause a chain reaction of natural disasters, Telos patiently leaves many towers intact until knocking them down like dominoes. A majority of Telos' power lies in widespread area effect attacks that can be deliberate and that can debilitate, that was tough, entire islands at a time. The most straightforward of these is Tsunami, which will both damage all towers around Telos and heal the dragon. On top of that, Tsunami provides a net gain in rage, helping to fuel the rest of Telos' spell sequence. The climax of this sequence is Island Maker. Each cast of this spell alternates between Island Maker's chained and unchained form. On its first cast, Island Maker will freeze all nearby towers on the island for a short duration. This helps protect Telos from aggression that it would otherwise have a difficult time recovering from. Towers affected will also become more vulnerable to damage from all sources. This is particularly important on the following cast of Island Maker, Unchained. This empowered version of Island Maker will deal massive damage over time to all nearby towers, in addition to making them more vulnerable to damage. If triggered successfully, the damage from Island Maker Unchained can take out several towers at once. While the overall damage potential of this combo is high, Telos needs the help of its other spells to pull it off. The most important of these is the Invoker ability, Invoke Abyss. This will let it immediately destroy towers in a small area. This is Telos' only reliable form of single target damage, so it is absolutely necessary to prioritize targets that can interfere with Telos' other spells, like Mage Towers and Shield Towers. Like most invokers, Telos is most vulnerable while reloading, so its final spell, Current, will allow it to bide its time until it can take out another target. I would say Mage Towers, Ice Flak Towers, Shield Towers, all pretty important. Okay. The best thing one can do to fly Telos well is to find ways to maximize its damage output. Between Current and freezing effect of Island Maker, Telos' defenses are difficult to break. But if Tsunami or Island Maker Unchained falls to land, then Telos may not be able to destroy towers fast enough to prevent itself from being overwhelmed. Even compared to the other inmates of the ancient prison, Telos has endured particularly isolating imprisonment. Chained to the ocean floor, Telos withered and roared, begging for release. But through its pleas, shook the earth, no one would descend to free it. All right, and this is the most exciting part, I think. This portrait! Ah! I love this portrait so much. I love this portrait so much.
It looked like you were the model for it.
Oh, thank you.
Just saying.
Oh, I love it. It will be mine.
Forever.
I know. So I don't know that I'm going to get it in the first 2 weeks because I will be doing the discounts, but yeah, I'll wear this portrait probably forever. I know, Aurora 2.0. I mean, technically, there's been 2 Aurora portraits, right? There's the original one, and then there's the Women's Day one. And then she has a name. Wraithen.
Yeah.
Wraithen.
Ah.
Wait, that isn't you? Oh, thank you. All right, we're going to move on to Avernic, Cursed Conduit. Fear not for what has been done, but what might emerge from it. Okay. Why is this so small?
You need glasses?
I do. Okay, I'm gonna just read it from here since it's bigger. It's a beautiful picture though, Tami. Beautiful picture. Okay.
Absolutely.
Our Mythic Fire Sorcerer. I feel like I want to read the legendary spells first since that's less epic, and then we'll come back and read the mythic. Okay, the legendary spells come with legendary runes and glyphs, and then when you mythic the dragon, you will get the runes that come with the mythic dragon. So I know PGYohn was looking at potentially adding more rune dust to the lines in order to be able to, you know, get the right value from your rune dust from the lines of the dragon branches. Stay tuned for more info on that. Okay. Pop-up paper. Okay. The legendary spells for the Fire Sorcerer. Spells. Anomaly. Parent. After one use of Anomaly, permanently switches to Anomaly Unchained. Okay, so the very first time you cast this, it's going to cost you 5 rage. After that, it's going to switch to Unchained, which is going to cost you 1 rage. Okay, so the 5 rage looks scary, okay, but it gets better. Okay, Anomaly, white. 5 rage. The dragon flies at 25% speed, dodges all projectiles, and deals 12% of its maximum HP in damage to nearby towers each second for 2 seconds. Duration 2 seconds, cooldown 3 seconds. So you're gonna have 1 second that you're gonna have to wait before you can then cast Anomaly Unchained, and it will be Anomaly Unchained for the duration of the flight. Okay, Anomaly Unchained, which is white and it's 1 rage. Dragon flies at 25% speed, dodges all projectiles, and deals 4% of its maximum HP in damage to nearby towers for each second for 2 seconds. Duration 2 seconds, cooldown 3 seconds. So once it's permanently this, you're gonna have 1 second between castings. Okay? Okay. Chaos Burst, active, red, 1 rage. Shoots 1 shot at 1 target. The projectile chooses one of the available towers at the same chance and deals 99% of dragon HP as damage. Duration, half a second. Cooldown, 4 seconds. Eerie Portal, active, blue, half a rage. Half a rage a second, excuse me. So this is going to be something that you're going to toggle off and on, and it's going to drain half a bar of rage per second. So the dragon loses 0.5 rage per second, but receives 100% damage reduction. Okay, Chaos Absorption. The dragon gains, white 1 rage. The dragon gains 2 rage immediately and heals for 20% of its maximum HP upon destroying towers during the spell's duration. It lasts 5 seconds and the cooldown is 6 seconds. Yeah, Yawn is looking into the rune dust and the branches, since there is going to be twice as many runes and glyphs for us to be leveling up once you mythic a dragon. So yes. Stay tuned for more details about that. And we'll see if Yawn can confirm that when he comes on. He's going to come on in about 20 minutes, you guys. About 20 minutes. So stay tuned. He's not going to be able to speak to the dragons, but he will be able to speak to the season. Okay, so for our runes and glyph, for our legendary fire sorcerer, we have the runes and glyphs focusing on decreasing chaos absorption cooldown, which is the dragon gains 2 rage immediately and heals for 20% of its maximum HP upon destroying towers. So decreasing the cooldown on the spell, that's going to help you heal. And then they are also going to focus on the legendary and mythic will be focusing on increasing sorcerer attack as well. So maxed out, the epic rune will decrease the cooldown by half a second. The legendary glyph will decrease the cooldown by 0.75 seconds, so 3/4 of a second. And then it will increase sorcerer attack by 4%. And with the mythic glyph, that will decrease chaos absorption cooldown by 1 whole second. So if you have the legendary glyph and the mythic glyph, it's going to decrease the cooldown by 1 second and another 3/4 of a second. So almost 2 seconds. And then it will also increase sorcerer attack by 8%. Okay, so we're going to look at the mythic spells next. So once you level this guy up, here are the spells. So same sort of spells, different names though, and different abilities. So Arcanist Parent, which will permanently switch to the second casting once it's cast. The first cast, active white 3 rage. The dragon flies at 25% speed, dodges all projectiles, and deals 10% of its maximum HP in damage to nearby towers each second for 3 seconds. Duration 3 seconds, cooldown 1 second. So then it will switch to Arcanist Unchained permanently on your next cast, which is white and it is 0 rage. The dragon flies at 25% speed, dodges all projectiles, and deals 8% of its maximum HP in damage to nearby towers each second for 3 seconds. Duration 3 seconds, cooldown 1 second. We'll come back to that question. So according to season structure, we only have one trading post. Yes. Thank you, Tami. Thank you, Tami. Okay, so Infernal Burst. Active white 1 rage. Dragon deals 500 times its attack power and damage to the target. Cooldown 4 seconds. Hellish Portal. Active blue with half a second of rage drain per second that it is on. So again, this is the toggle. Dragon loses half a second of rage, half a bar of rage per second, but receives 100% damage reduction. Internal Absorption, white 1 rage. Dragon gains 2 rage immediately and heals for 20% of its maximum HP upon destroying towers during the spell's duration. Duration 5 seconds, cooldown 6 seconds. All right, we're gonna go over the runes and glyphs for this mythic dragon. All right, the runes and glyphs. The epic rune, legendary rune, and mythic glyph focus on decreasing infernal absorption cooldown, and then the legendary and mythic rune and glyph also focus on increasing sorcerer attack. And then the exotic runes that you can earn with your Ascension tokens will focus on increasing Arcanist Unchained, as well as, increasing Arcanist Unchained damage, as well as increasing Sorcerer HP. So this is what it's going to focus on for the exotics. And then Infernal Absorption. This one is what the mythic and legendaries will focus on. I feel like the sorcerer is going to cost so many hammers to defend against, since it's almost all damage is coming from the damage over time. Well, who's short on hammers? Not me. All right, we're going to go over the design, intent, and strategy of this dragon. This dragon summons its power from an ominous and chaotic dimension, and its playstyle reflects its volatile potential. A kit of rage intense but explosive spells make Avernic the perfect dragon for flyers who like to have climactic clashes against their foes. Avernic's signature spell, Arcanist, is both its great strength and its greatest weakness. On its first cast, it comes with a steep rage cost, but allows Avernic to dodge projectiles while dealing enough damage to decimate an island. After the first cast, the spell becomes Arcanist Unchained. This upgraded form has less destructive power and a shorter duration, but costs less rage and can be cast more frequently. To cover the gaps in its defenses, when Arcanist is on cooldown, Avernic can protect itself with a Hellish Portal. The spell can be toggled on and off to negate damage at will, but it will swiftly drain rage while active. To ensure that Hellish Portal never depletes Avernic's rage too much, the spell Infernal Absorption can grant an immediate boost to rage. Furthermore, it grants Avernic healing for any towers destroyed while Infernal Absorption is active. Through careful balance of these abilities, Avernic will be able to keep itself healthy throughout tough bases. Other than the waves of damage dealt by Avernic's Arcanist, Avernic's primary offensive tool, its projectile Infernal Burst. This is a fast and reliable way to take out high priority targets that might debilitate Avernic. The key to successful battles with Avernic is to be active in managing its rage and health. Be swift to turn off Hellish Portal when you don't need it. And when you go on the offense time, Infernal Absorption with your finishing blows to maximize the healing received. Avernic was once an ordinary dragon, but after being tricked by an alchemist into taking a strange concoction, a mysterious portal opened up on Avernic's body. Avernic tried its best to control the strange forces sweeping from it, but the fear of the Dragon Lords was so great that they locked Avernic in an ancient prison. Aww, so that's why he looks the way he does, with all this stuff coming out of him. All right, we are moving on. Oh, and here is the portrait. I'm betting this is the alchemist that cursed Avernick. I know, poor Avernick. All right, we're gonna move on to the Legendary Ice Warrior, Kragent. All right, so we're gonna go over the legendary spells first, and then just like we've been doing, do the mythic as well. Okay. Giant Parent. Okay. Giant Unchained. White active. No rage, no rage. When activated,
No rage.
I know I was looking for the bar. When activated, it starts with its chained effect. The dragon's attack is increased by 100%, and then when the dragon has been hit by 20 projectiles, the spell becomes unchained. The dragon's attack returns to normal, and the dragon will heal 1% of its max HP every second for the duration of the battle. Passive. Restores 0.2 rage on destroying buildings. Duration, infinite. Here comes creepy. I know, this dragon's face is so creepy. Okay, Thick Ice. Active white, 1 rage. The dragon becomes invincible for the duration of the spell. Duration 3 seconds. Cooldown 0. Ice Sheeting. Active white, 1 rage. The dragon gains 40% of its modified attack for the rest of the battle with each use. Duration 0. Cooldown 4 seconds. Vanishing Icicle. Active white, 1 rage. The dragon deals 500 times its modified attack power in damage to the selected area. Can only be used 7 times in a battle. Duration 0 seconds. Cooldown 3 seconds. The runes and glyph for this dragon focus on increasing thick ice duration, and then the legendary and mythics focus on increasing thick ice duration as well as increasing warrior HP. Maxed out, the legendary rune gives 3/4 of a second of the duration increase, and then the mythic glyph will give an extra second. The HP is plus 4% on the legendary rune, and the mythic glyph is plus 8% warrior HP. Not a lot of people use the epic, so I just didn't go over the numbers. Okay, mythic, here we go. Mythic Ice Warrior, Behemoth Parent. Oh my gosh, I was telling baby Behemoth there was something in the spells that reminded me of him. He's Behemoth. Okay. Behemoth Unchained Parent. Okay, when activated, it starts as the chained effect. The dragon's attack is increased by 100% and heals 1% of its modified max HP each second. Then, when the dragon has been hit by 5 projectiles, the spell becomes unchained. The dragon will heal an additional 1% of its max HP every second for the rest of the battle. Passive restores 0.2 rage on destroying buildings. Duration infinite. I know, that's how I feel. I like the warrior, but I really need a paper bag to put over its head.
Like Thol.
I know, Zool is the same way. Not good here.
Where is Zero?
Permafrost. Active white, 1 rage. The dragon cannot be hit by a tower attacks for the duration of the spell. May still attack and cast spells. Dragon slows down by 50%. Duration 3 seconds. Is there a cooldown on that?
I don't think so. I look it up.
Duration. Cooldown 1 second.
Oh, I forget this.
Oh wait.
Eh.
That's okay. Glacial Sheeting. Active white, 1 rage. Dragon gains 40% of its modified attack for the rest of the battle with each use. Nipnap's here! Hello, Nipnap! Thanks for being here! Did I say Glacial Sheeting? Glacial Sheeting, active
yes.
White, 1 rage. Dragon gains 40% of its modified attack for the rest of the battle with each use. Vanishing Ice Spire. Active white 1 rage. The dragon deals 500 times its modified attack power in damage to the selected area. Can only be used 7 times in a battle. Duration 0 seconds. Cooldown 3 seconds. Oh, you guys cracked me up. Okay, the runes and glyph focus on increasing permafrost duration, and the legendary rune and the mythic glyph focus on increasing permafrost duration, as well as increasing warrior HP. The exotic runes, rune and glyph focus on decreasing glacial sheeting cooldown and increasing warrior HP. Okay. So let's go over design intent and strategy. Kragent is an official golem made of ice, which lets nothing stop it from its purpose, the certain destruction of its foes. This warrior dragon starts out battles weak, but if it flies for long enough, it will accumulate power that can tear through the most formidable of bases. This continual growth of Kragent's power is made possible through its unique ability, Behemoth. It can be activated at no cost at the beginning of a fight and remains active for the rest of battle. In addition to granting rage upon destroying buildings, it gives a significant temporary attack boost as soon as it is used. However, the power of Behemoth is only unchained after Kragent has been hit by a certain number of projectiles. At that point, Behemoth will gradually heal Kragent for the rest of the battle, greatly increasing its survivability. To meet its offensive needs, Kragent increments its attack power using Glacial Sheeting. This spell will permanently increase Kragent's damage by a significant amount with each use. With sufficient stacks of Glacial Sheeting, Kragent can destroy towers quickly and easily. Between Behemoth supplementing its defenses and Glacial Sheeting providing scaling offense, Kragent can be a true monster when given enough time to prepare. Dally, his face is cool. Why y'all hating? I've said it. His face looks like he's going to eat my soul. Thick Ice cooldown. Let's go to the Mythic. Vanishing Ice, cooldown 3 seconds. Glacial Sheeting, cooldown 4 seconds. Permafrost 1 second. Thick Ice, cooldown 1 second. Sorry, on the legendary.
Laika. Nip Nap, Edge, and as for the 100% B modes attack boost, the B mode does not disappear after 5 project tilts. It's permanent. Might be interesting for some people who not read the chat.
Well, that's a good question Blackfire asked. For Behemoth, is it 5 actual projectiles or is it hit by 5 attacks? Will a perch count? Will beam towers count? Do flax count? Cooldown on Thick Ice Legendary Shield is also 1 second. Yes. Okay, to help achieve this massive power spike, Kragent's remaining spells offer it tools that let it survive when it is weakest. Permafrost is a defensive spell that will protect Kragent from damage while allowing it to still cast spells and attack. This damage mitigation is particularly crucial while Behemoth's healing is still unavailable. Vanishing Ice Spire is a low cooldown projectile strong enough to destroy almost any tower, but has a limited number of uses in a single battle. Use it to instantly eliminate dangerous towers until Kragent's breath becomes powerful enough to destroy towers quickly. To get the most out of Kragent, you must use your resources wisely over the course of battle. Early on, this means retaining as much rage as possible to enable frequent casting of Glacial Sheeting. It also means judging when it is safe to take hits from projectiles to get closer to activating Behemoth. In this early stage of the battle, mage towers are very dangerous. They can set back Kragent's momentum, leaving it unable to clear islands further on its base. Other towers to watch out for are the Oculus Tower and Ice Flax. The former will render the healing from Behemoth far less effective, and the latter can completely remove stacks of glacial sheeting. It is critical to either remove these towers with ice spires or use permafrost to avoid their super shots. Kragent is known to have been a mere tool of the mage who created it, but even though its master is long gone, the Golem Dragon still ambles about though it is waiting for something. It was kept in an ancient prison in case it tried to assist its wicked creator, but it's shown no signs of violence or even concern. If Kragent has thoughts or desires of its own, its mask-like face has never betrayed them. Okay, so here is the portraits for Kragent. And this is the creator of Kragent. Okay, I do want to read what Nipnap said. As for the 100% Behemoth attack boost for Behemoth, it does not disappear after 5 projectiles. It's permanent. Okay. Okay, good question about the what attacks count. It is very specifically projectiles. This means beams, pylons, ice and fire turrets, storm towers are excluded. I think perch attacks count too. I will double check and make a post in the announcement discussion thread. Great, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. We still need to go over Barbend, but it's about time for Yohn to join. Let me ask him.
Can you hear me?
Hi!
I can hear you.
Hey, I joined the video call. I don't know if anybody else can see me on Twitch.
1 second.
I can see you right now.
Yay!
And nobody else.
Here we go. Hold on. Let me see if I can arrange you guys differently. There we go.
All right. Hello, world.
Hello.
PGYohn.
Yeah, please introduce yourself.
Hi. Well, thanks for having me. This is fun. I feel like I'm sort of crashing a party, but that's one of my favorite things to do, I guess. So this is great. Hey, I'm PGYohn. I'm one of the product managers on the War Dragons team. So I'm responsible for a lot of like the features you see and a lot of the things that go into the game related to the season. So like the different branches, the economics of it, the trading posts, the limited time branch. Actually, I guess like a fun fact about me, for those that have been playing for a bit, is my intern project back when was to create the trading post. So you can either love me or hate me for that. Let me know what you think in the forums. Anyway, so that's like a fun fact about myself. But I'm excited to be here. So we have a lot of changes coming with this season, right? And I imagine some of them have been discussed already. But I wanted to join to make sure that folks were completely aware of kind of like what the changes mean. I know everyone has a lot of questions. We're excited to kind of deliver these changes to you, right? So like 3 dragons, any of which you can choose and kind of ascend to Mythic, kind of choosing the discount through the form of rebates, which is new as well. We're hoping this like kind of really adds like a cool wrinkle to the game. But anyway, I'll pause there. I'm happy to take this in any direction you'd like.
I'm happy for you to take it any direction also. Someone just asked their concern that there's only going to be 1 trading post this season.
There'll be 2. If the schedule says 1, it'll be 2, and the schedule's wrong. So we'll just get that updated. There'll be 2 trading posts this season. 3 limited time branches. I think similar to kind of how every other season has generally been. I know the trading posts this season were a little light on runes and glyphs. I know people always want to see like exotic glyphs and runes, and obviously there's like balance considerations that we have to think about, but we plan to kind of push runes and glyphs more into trading posts because I think that was missing in the last two. Yeah, so maybe I can talk more, I guess, about the actual changes. So let me bring up my notes here. And apologies in advance if you hear the person playing piano behind me. Piano in our office. I guess not apologies. Hopefully you like it. It's like a good soundtrack to this discussion. But yeah, so okay, I guess a little bit more detail around the branch changes. You all have seen the diagram, I hope, in the forum post. If not, PG Carlos dropped in a forum post a diagram that I created. But really the highlights of the new season are the following, right? We have a new feature called Mythic Ascension. Mythic Ascension allows you to take a legendary dragon and ascend it to a mythic. Kind of sounds obvious, but I feel like it's worth stating. Sort of like a Pokemon, right? You can kind of evolve a Pokemon. That's kind of the childhood, I guess, kind of memory I always go back to. It's not the perfect analogy, but I like to think of it that way. So this new feature allows you to take a legendary to a mythic. And it's one of 3 dragons, right? So it's a Vernic, Barbend, or Kragent. And with this new feature that allows you to kind of ascend the legendaries to a mythic, we wanted to make sure that we retained as much as possible kind of the seasonal costs in the past. Now, if we had kind of just sent this off into the world and said, congrats, here's your ascending dragons, there would have been kind of some cost increases that we didn't want to see for the players. So with that is when you get kind of this ability to choose which of those 3 dragon lines that you want to de facto discount. Why do I call it a de facto discount? Because in the past, we've had a discount branch that's a pure 50% off. Every node is 50% off for the same resources. For these 3 new branches, a Vernic, Barbend, Kragent, the discounts come in the form of a rebate. And the answer as to why it comes in the form of a rebate is because to enable players to choose a discount branch but not have everything discounted, we had to, from like a tech perspective, do it in the form of rebates and prizes that disappear once you kind of claim it elsewhere. So let me give you an example. Say I want to go down the Vernic branch. I claim through, let's say Green Evolution Stone, sorry. After that Green Evolution Stone, I'll get a rebate equal to 50% of the sigils I just spent to get there, right? The other branches that used to have those rebates, you can no longer get those rebates anymore. So you can only claim the rebates after each Evolution Stone in each branch, once in each branch. Now, what this does is opens up some interesting possibilities. So let's continue on with that example. Say I'm like, hey, like I want a Vernic. This is who I've decided to kind of, main for this season. Grab the Green Evolution Stone. And I'm all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, like all my friends like really love Barbend now, and I'm jealous. I want to do Barbend instead. What you can do is you can actually decide within the first 2 weeks to go and now claim Barbend's nodes. You won't get the rebate after Greenstone, but every stone after that, you will get the rebate. So it gives you a little more flexibility. Now, of course, there'd be some wasted sigils there, right? Because you would have changed your mind. So there does need to be a kind of a sense of planning still. But these are some possibilities that come up with the new branch structure. I'm trying to think. Those are kind of the main things that I wanted to opine on. Are there any questions in the chat? Because I just can't see them.
Will there be enough rune dust in the legendary line to level both the legendary dragon and the mythic dragon runes and glyphs? Yep.
So I believe it's 1,250,000 rune dusts that you'll need to have extra. I've already added those to the lines. So that should be net 0 additional need from you. So in the legendary lines, that extra rune dust will be there.
Will be only 2 Ascension branches or 3 to be able to level all 3 dragons? I'm not quite sure what that means.
So I kind of sense 2 questions there. One question might be, can you ascend all 3 dragons to Mythic? Theoretically possible. It would require 60 season keys and kind of churning through a lot of branches, but theoretically possible.
There will be enough to do all 3?
You should, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
And then I think I answered both of the questions I sensed. Is there enough, and can you do all 3 if you want?
Someone's asking, they said you had mentioned adding chisels.
Yep, we'll add the chisels, right? So the chisel and the rune dust questions stem from the fact that the dragon spells between the legendary mythic versions are different, right? Because the ascended versions have kind of like these ascended version of spells. And with that comes different runes and glyphs. So in order to not penalize you for kind of ascending your dragon and getting new runes and glyphs, yeah, we'll throw in some sigils. I think it's like 145 sigils that would be needed to remove all the legendary versions of the runes and glyphs that you can replace with the mythic versions.
Awesome. Does ascending a mythic rebate season keys like claiming a mythic currently does?
So I assume the question is in response to, like, in a mythic branch, there's usually a few nodes with season keys. The answer is yes. Basically, the economics of, like, the War Dragon's in-game economics of, like, ascending a dragon to mythic is effectively the same. So, like, this, you'll get the same stuff in the mythic branch. There's still the ascension nodes that you can use ascension tokens on, right, to, like, get the different skins, get the different, like, exotic glyphs and runes. The main difference is just, like, the way that we're allowing folks to get there is hopefully kind of like a little more variable and you know, allows a little more choice.
PGYohn is in the house. He said, "What's your favorite dragons for this new season?"
All right, so I think Avernic is my favorite. Okay, so I guess, like, more about me, as far as, like, my kind of War Dragons, I guess, you know, player involvement. So I'm on, like, a high platinum team, like, kind of medium Atlas involvement, but not, like, a ton. And so, like, I'm not, like, hunters only, right? So I like sorcerers because I think they have, like, fun kind of spell kits typically. And I don't know, I just gravitate towards sorcerers. I think Avernic, frankly, just looks cool. And if I have to be honest, like, every season, I play as, like, a free to play player every season. And I usually just pick the dragons that I like because they look cool. Avernic's wings are especially cool. They kind of look like portals to me. And, like, the in-game 3D art of Avernic, I think, is awesome. Now, that's just, like, me, right? I think all the art's really cool. But, like, that's, like, my favorite Unchained dragon. Thanks, Kaylin, for the excellent
I'm so happy
question.
to hear you're a sorcerer lover, because I am too. I fly everything.
Me
I
too.
fly everything. But I, like, sorcerers were my first love, and I'm so happy that I feel like they're being made viable again. I feel like, for me, Canarix was really the first one recently that I've loved in a long time, and I really love the direction that somebody is, like, giving them love, and they're, like, becoming awesome again.
Yeah, Canarix was a great dragon, and still is, actually.
Still my number one.
Yeah, I still see a lot of people use Canarix. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, any more questions in the chat? Happy to take.
Will we still have one of each dungeons and assault events?
Yes, you will. So it's looking like we're kind of angling for Assault March 30th, and we're angling for dungeons the last week of the season. That that's how it stands now, and that's how I'd assume it would kind of stick around unless things change.
Awesome.
I love dungeons. I think it's a fun event. I always get a kick out of it. I always look forward to Assault in Dungeons. It's kind of like unique. I don't know. I think they're fun.
I'm just scrolling up to see if I missed stuff because it goes kind of fast.
Yeah, no problem. While you do that, I think there were a lot of the questions in the forum I got were related to kind of the length of this like rebate period. I just want to clarify it will be 2 weeks, similar to kind of like how the discount periods for the wave 1 have gone in the past. Yeah, I just wanted to note that because there were a lot of questions historically.
Scott Moon's asking, the 40% attack boost on Glacial Sheeting, does that mean it adds 40% of modified attack on each cast? 40% of base attack? Is it adding or multiplying?
That's an excellent question for PG Nipnap to answer.
Okay. Right. You're not doing that. Okay.
Yeah, he designed the dragons. I think he's best equipped to answer those.
Perfect. I think he's in chat, so.
Awesome. I'm interested to hear what which dragons you all are most excited for, and kind of like which art you think is coolest. Unless that was like kind of a special segment at the end. I don't want to kind of disrupt the stream, but I'm actually.
No, you're totally fine. Totally fine. I'm most excited for the dragon you're most excited for. 100%. I think it looks the coolest. The warrior, to me, like the face is like way too creepy. Like I can't do it. Tami, how about you?
Same as you. I'm stuck with warrior, so I would never take warrior. I'm so sorry, but never. I probably will take the sorcerer first and will look if I can claim Barbent also. I will try my best, but sorcerer definitely my favorite.
Same.
Awesome.
We're not
Yeah.
elitists here, although chat might be.
I know. Maybe I'll get some hate for admitting that. I don't know. We'll see. Bring it on. That's okay. Hey, you can DM me or something. Yeah, no, that's cool. And so we've got like a lot of cool skins for each of these dragons as well. So there's, I guess, like a sneak peek. Like a Vernic has kind of like a neon, more like neon purplish skin coming up in the future. Then I think Barbend has more of like right now Barbend's more of kind of like a prisonish, like steel and iron vibe. There's some gold in the future, I believe. So stay tuned for some of the leaderboard skins, and then kind of the Ascension skins that you'll get. And it's also worth noting that something cool with the Ascension is that when you ascend one of these dragons from Legendary to Mythic, they do come with kind of mythic forms of skins. It's basically their kind of typical art, just kind of a little, I guess, a little more exaggerated, so to speak. So like bigger horns, maybe some like, larger kind of wingspan, stuff like that. When you ascend to Mythic, and then the Ascension tokens provide the same, same as the past skins and such. I was gonna make another comment. Oh, Kragent, the warrior. The face is kind of funny. It reminds me of Alien. Like when the like alien opens its mouth and has like the other alien. I forget that if that's the Alien movie. Anyway, it sort of reminds me of that. It is kind of creepy, but I think it's kind of cool.
Totally. Hellman, right? Like had the like creature coming out of it, the dragon.
Yeah, that's right. Man, that's a throwback. All right, I'm gonna have to rewatch.
So somebody asked, I've lost it now, but basically the question was, when they're legendary and mythic, is it gonna matter for dragon quests? You know how like, so sometimes like we'll get like the Mythic Dragon from last season, specifically the Mythic for a Dragon Quest to get like that Platinum chest or Gold chest or whatever. Is that gonna matter, or will you be able to do the Dragon Quests with just the Legendary version?
Yeah, I think it will matter. I'll let PG Nipnap answer in the comments because he's a little closer to that.
Okay.
But I do think it will matter. Yeah.
Okay. John, the number of keys needed for a mythic is the same, 20 keys. Ooh, do you get season keys back when you ascend dragons?
When you ascend from legendary to mythic, yes. It's like the same as it was in the past.
Okay.
So like when you unlocked mythic in the past, I believe you get some season keys back. I want to say it's like 6. It'll be the same.
Okay. People troll so bad about wanting Krelos resurrected.
No comment. I think we haven't decided on the resurrection dragon yet for this season.
I just tell them it's never happening.
Yeah. I think it would be a hard sell. Krelos was obviously one of the more popular dragons. Interestingly enough, when we did for the War Dragon Summit, we looked at like top dragons flown. Like Krelos is still like one of the top dragons flown. I think for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the resurrection piece, we'd have to think about. I don't know if it's in the cards though.
I think it would break the game.
Yeah.
And I'd love Krelos.
I'm trying to be diplomatic here.
Still in my roster, but I think it's not a good idea. But I feel bad for people that just started the game that don't have him. Right? Like people that have been playing like a year or whatever, and they want it so bad. I'm like,
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I remember it was like when I just started at PG, or maybe like I was just about to, and I was like getting into things, and it was the Krelos season, and I got Krelos, but I like didn't really know what I was doing. I should have read the forums. I should have gone to Zammy's spreadsheet vault. I should have listened to Morion and read the Neon War Dragon site, but I didn't, to my deep regret. So I ended up getting through I think Gold Evo Stone for Krelos. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like this dragon rules, and like that was accurate. But like obviously now at the point in the game I'm in, I'm like just under level 400. Like I can't use Krelos at all. Like it's just like a fun little toy. But my mistake.
You use him in Gauntlet on all those islands.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then like guard swaps or when you hit guards on castles.
At least you both have him.
You don't have him?
No.
Oh no!
My biggest mistake in this game.
We're just rubbing it in your face, Tami. I think that's like, I feel bad for you. I'm so sorry.
Everyone feels bad about this.
Do you have anything you can say about Ryu? I think a lot of people have asked over the years if that will ever change, if he will ever change. The water dragon that you get from defending bases.
Yeah, the only thing I can say about Ryu is that's like a very old part of our code base. Like Ryu is like part of the original game we shipped, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. To do much about it would like take a lot of our time and effort away from other things that are probably more pressing to you all. So I guess like all I can say is that, and we don't really have many plans to touch Ryu at this point.
Sin is asking, will we ever see any cute seasonal festive freebies like Chunk, Noel, etc. in the future? I think those are a couple different things going on in what she asked, because Chunk was a lineage, and then Noel we were given for free, which was before your time. Years ago, it was a Christmas dragon that is in the green tier that was literally given to us. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think that was part of Candy Cane.
Yeah.
Glyphs maybe, or even before then.
Way before. I think
okay.
like a year before.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's like a good point to raise. We don't have any like plans for like freebie cute dragons. But we can think about it, I guess. But no, nothing on the docket right now. It has like, I think we've been trying to, at least from like an art style perspective, kind of integrate some more, I guess, kind of fun looking kind of cute dragons as well. Like Crampy was a good example of that, aka Stitch Dragon, or is it Lilo? It was from Lilo and Stitch. I forget which one was which.
The one we just had?
Yeah, Crampy, yeah. I just forget which. Does Crampy look like Lilo or Stitch?
Stitch. Lilo's the little girl.
Lilo's the girl. Okay. Yeah, but so we try to like integrate that a little more. It seems to be, decently popular. Folks like that. But no plans right now for more freebie dragons.
I'm all for cute festives.
You like the cute festives?
The cuter the better. Cuter the better. And have Fine Spline do some more dabs.
Yeah. Oh man, that was like, he was surprised at like how popular that session was, but everyone was like, oh my gosh, it was so fun. Like all the employees that were watching it were like, this is awesome. Like he's also like a great like kind of
animated
person to walk through the process. It was really cool. I rewatched it actually.
Yeah, we all love Fine Spline. He's very popular in this Twitch community.
Oh man, well, that's great.
Thank you, RDM. He said, I'm doing my best for you, like a more cute dragons. Yes. I was kind of wondering this, and I don't know if you can speak to it at all. So the dodos, right? We had Chunk and then the 3 dodos at very low tier, and there's never been another dodo. Are they just retired? Are dodos? I even have a shirt, Fear the Dodo.
Fear the Dodo. Man, I have to get myself one of those shirts too. I don't really know what the plan is for those. We kind of, the process for thinking through dragons is they usually start about 6 to 8 months, like ahead of when we think we're going to release them. It starts with the art team and some of the designers, and kind of think through, like the themes, like what are the themes, right? So, I guess some behind the scenes knowledge. Unchained started off as the theme Ancient Prison, right? Like it was, the art team will come up as like, okay, like Ancient Prison is like kind of this cool theme. And it morphs into what we call now Unchained. And then from there, we kind of build the dragons and ultimately start testing them and release them to you all about 6 to 8 months later. So I don't know if any of like the Dodo dragons are in the cards right now.
Lots of people have plushies of this dragon.
I mean, I know Chunk's a hit. I've always said we should make Chunk t-shirts. Those would smell like wildfire. We could send them out, prize in the game. Who knows? But I don't know if there's any plans for that right now. But it's good to hear that folks would like that.
Yeah, I've suggested a "Kiss My Axie, Y'all" shirt. I don't think that it's gonna get approved though.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
I think people would wear it.
I think we could get it approved. I don't know. We'll see.
Do you guys have any more questions? I know there's a zillion people here right now. Questions about anything regarding the season or seasons? Nipnap says, I also think Kragent is cute, so my taste level might be in question. Aww.
I love that. Kragent does have like a cute face if you like really zoom in on it, Just like, there you go. I think it's cool. Kragent's 3D art like in the game is actually really sick. Like I think it's it really like takes the concept art that you all have seen and kind of takes it to another level. So I think maybe look at like the 3D diagram when you get into the game just to make sure before you go down and grab another dragon. I'm trying to like not pick my favorite. Like you don't have your favorite kid or something. I can't have my favorite Ascending Dragon. Cool. So it sounds like there might not be any further questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just want to wrap up. Like, thanks so much for having me. I'm glad I was able to kind of walk folks through the new branch structure. I know it, like, you know, the branch structure stuff can feel kind of dry, but hopefully it kind of unlocks, I guess, a lot more choice and variability for you all as you get to choose kind of which of the dragons you want. I think the dragons are really cool. I think our art team, our design team, the engineers that worked on these dragons, you know, produce things that look really sweet, and they seem to be driving similar excitement. And I'm really excited for you all to get them in your roster and to start using them. But yeah, with that being said, I'm psyched for everyone. 2 p.m. tomorrow PST to pop into the season. If it's 2:01, don't send me hate mail just yet. It might be 2:02. Who knows? But yeah, super psyched, super happy to join. And I guess that's it. I'll be in the forums if folks have more questions. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for giving your time. And I know the community, myself and Tami, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, no, I appreciate it. I'm glad to be able to come and talk to the community. Thanks, and have a good rest of your stream.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, give it up for PGYohn. That was awesome, you guys. That was awesome. I know there was so Beast Behemoth, you just asked, can you only ascend a dragon if you claim the legendary? Yes, you have to claim the full legendary branch. If you don't have all the Evo stones for that dragon, there's nothing to do with it. So you have to claim the full legendary line of the dragon you want to mythic. Okay. So we kind of left off with still needing to go over Barbend. So we're gonna do that. All right, this is nice and big. That was awesome, you guys. And we do have a awesome RDM in stream. I didn't want to like cut yawn off while other people are here. Thank you, Calum and RDM and Nipnap, all you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for handling questions that are coming up in chat. Thank you. Okay. So, Barbend. We're going to go over the legendary spells first, and then we'll go over the mythic spells, and then the design intent. So, Aggression, Parent. Aggression, white, 1 rage. Cast upon a target area, stuns targets in area for duration until it is damaged. Duration 12 seconds. Cooldown 0 seconds. That's amazing. That's long. Aggression Unchained. Increases breath damage by 200% of modified attack. Duration 4 seconds. Cooldown 2 seconds. And then Tormenting Armor. Active, blue, 1 rage. Dragon cannot be hit by a tower attack for 4 seconds. Slows down by 50%. Ammo generation rate is increased by 150%. Recast duration 4 seconds. Cooldown 0 seconds. Feral Instincts. White, 1 rage. The dragon's breath attacks use 75% less ammo. Duration 5 seconds. Cooldown 4 seconds. Desperate Resolve. Active, white, 1 rage. The dragon gains 2 rage immediately and heals for 20% of its max HP upon destroying towers during the spell's duration. Recast. Duration 4 seconds. Cooldown 5 seconds. All right, the runes and glyphs. Glyph focus on decreasing Desperate Resolve cooldown and increasing Hunter attack. The legendary rune will decrease the cooldown of Desperate Resolve by 0.75 seconds. The mythic will decrease it by 1 second, and then the legendary rune increases Hunter attack by 4%, and the glyph increases it by 8%. All right, moving on to the mythic version of this dragon. All right, Savagery Parent. So it is alternating between these two. Savagery, active white, 1 rage. Cast upon a target area, stuns targets in area for duration until it is damaged. Duration 12 seconds, cooldown 0 seconds. Savagery, Unchained, increases breath damage by 200% of modified attack. Duration 4 seconds, cooldown 2 seconds. Maddening Armor, active white, 1 rage. Dragon slows down by 50% and cannot be hit by tower attacks for 4 seconds. Ammo generation rate increased by 150%. Recast duration 4 seconds. Cooldown 0 seconds. Channeled Ferocity. Active white, 1 rage. The dragon's breath attack uses 75% less ammo. Duration 5 seconds. Cooldown 4 seconds.